Bye-bye. We could actually kill them here. Are we going to win? Are we just going to lethal them this turn? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So today, we're going to be playing the Lorehold Lottery. Or as some of you might know it, Boros Winota. So this deck was a blast. I was a little bit tired when I was playing it, but I just... Literally, it's something I just threw together and jumped onto ladder with. And oh my god, the wins were easy. But before we get into it too much, you know what you need to do. Go grab yourself a cup of your favourite beverage. Coffee, tea, water, wine, beer, cocoa, Bonox. Do people still drink Bonox? And get back in here. Here's to you. Can you feel your day improving already? That's what that does. And also, I don't know if anyone's mentioned it, you're looking unusually attractive today. So, back to business. Playing some Boros Winota. So, this is something that I wanted to play since Strixhaven was spoiled. Obviously, Blade Historian and Winota go together like bread and butter, like white and rice, like Blade Historian and Winota. Yeah, they're great. They work great together. So I just threw something together. I didn't have all the wild cards that I wanted, so I wasn't able to build the deck exactly how I wanted to, but I still had great success. I think as I record this, I'm sitting at about a 72% win rate. And when I say 72% win rate, I made really bad mulligan decisions. There's like, if I have two lands and things I can play, I'll keep it. I had some really bad hands. A bunch of games I didn't even draw Winota. And it's not even the version of the deck I would have liked to build because I didn't have all the wild cards in the world. But let's jump in and take a look at the deck. Deck intro, take 3. I messed up the first time. The second time went on for 10 minutes, so I'm going to get it right this time. This is our list. It's a fairly stock Winota list. Fairly standard. I'm sure a lot of you know a lot of these cards, so I'm not going to go through all of them. I will point out the new cards we got from Strixhaven. Professor of Symbology. She's a 2-drop. When she ETBs Learn. She's a core cleric, so she will trigger Winota because she's a non-human, and I've got a small sideboard of Learn cards to choose from. Academic Probation if I need to stop something from blocking or stop like a sweeper or an ultimatum from being cast. Reduce to Memory, just if there's a random permanent I need to deal with. A few Inkling Summonings to just have a nice curve and some more non-human creatures to trigger Winota, and it can be a nice 2-drop Professor 3-drop Inkling Summoning curve if you don't otherwise have something on turn 3. One of Mascot Exhibition, because why not? I imagine if you get to turn 7 and you're casting this, the game's not been going too well for you, but it's an option that I have. It hasn't come up for me, but just also remember everything that this spell creates will trigger Winota. The other new cards we've got, Elite Spellbinder, so I'm sure a lot of you have seen this. This card is the truth, let me tell you. 3 mana, 3/1 flyer. When it ETBs, take a peek in your opponent's hand, choose a card. They can cast it, but it costs them 2 more, is the long and short of it. In most situations, this reads your opponent can't cast that card because the 2 turns that it takes should be enough for you to kill them. Hopefully you're getting this off Winota. It's a great ETB trigger. Once you've got a Winota, can take some removal or a sweeper out of their hand. Even if you don't, it can buy you a couple of extra turns and just disrupt your opponent. It's really nice. I only have 3 here because I had wildcard considerations. That's the only reason. I've seen lists not playing that and favouring more big payoffs, but honestly, I think it's good enough. A free 3/1 flyer that attacks and snags a card out of your opponent's hand is a pretty good thing to hit off Winota, and being flying is actually quite relevant, and it's very threatening if you get this guy, Blade Historian. This is the reason to play Winota. This is the new card we got from Strixhaven, which is the reason we're playing this list. 4 mana, 2/3, attacking creatures you control have double strike. Card's amazing. It's great. It's great. It's fantastic. It's great. Yep. It just adds a ton of pressure to the board when you get this off Winota. So the other things I'm running to hit off Winota, single Kenny G, single Hacktoss. I don't actually recommend that you use these. They're in here. Wildcard considerations. Can also hit the Aspirant. That's the other human that I have. I'm not a huge fan of this. It's a bad hit off Winota. It just attacks as a 1/1. You don't get the counter trigger, but the card is individually strong enough that it arguably warrants a spot on the list. So those are the new cards. Other than that, it's a Winota deck. The other big upgrade is the Fury Calm Snarls. You notice I'm only playing 2. Wildcard considerations. You absolutely want to play 4 if you can and cut down on the tap lands because the tap lands are a big deal. But I think that's enough of me talking just for the moment. Let's jump into some games. On the draw, a little bit unfortunate. This is probably cycling or rogues. Could be something new. Hand's not life-changingly good, but a turn 2 aspirant's always pretty decent. So let's just see how far it gets us. Yep, it is rogues. So I guess our plan here is to just get underneath them if we can. Bonk. Yep. So we're just going to load up counters on the aspirant. Turns off our Heartless Act, and yeah, they tend to only have destruction-based removal, so the doggo's pretty decent here. Typically run Heartless Act and Drown in the Lock, sometimes Eliminate. Yep, get in for 2, get their mill triggers. Sneaky boys doing sneaky boy things. Spellbinder down, another Spellbinder down. What you got here? So now we can safely attack through a 4-fish. Or whatever else they might have. Slap this down. Just gonna grab a summoning here. We're gonna play out the Alseid. We don't have the mana up to use it, but that's fine. We've still got Doggo. And we've got a pretty thick board now. Yep, graveyard to 5. Counter on the Professor. Attack him with these 2. Bonk, bonk. Just play the card they know about. We got a pretty good board position at the moment. They don't have Into the Story yet. Thieves Guild Enforcer will turn everything on. However. Ooh, holding one back to block. So we're not quite there. Spread the counters around. Makes it easier to attack with more things. Obviously, I'd love to slap down the Blade Historian, but it's just so unlikely they don't have a counter or removal, and that's our whole turn gone. I'd love to do Pro Blues so they can't block it, but then they can just use another removal spell on it. Yep, sack the rubber. Down to 5. I think App is the play here. Try to snag the rubber. They probably sack it in response. But I'd rather use this than the Bone Crusher, because we lose the Crusher in that interaction. This way we've still built up our board while removing their thinger. Yep, into the story's fine, and they scoop. Yep, can't face that pressure. Pretty good considering we're on the draw as well, so go Winota. Even without Winota. Yeah, I mean, we didn't need any of our expensive spells there. We just, as I said, got under them. So, suck it, rogues. Okay, on the draw against MTG Maddie. Hands, not amazing, but it's okay. Probably going to lead on the Temple. Hope to get another land. It does throw off our 1, 2, 3 curve, but the Temple's going to do that regardless. Doggo, does that change anything? Nah, I'd rather get it out of the way now. Another Crusher. I think we just dig for land. Try to let our deck just do its thing. Okay, Gruul color so far. Yep, Timor. I was just about to say, could be Timor. Cool. You can, Oh, it's Twickery. People still play this. And I thought I was playing a lottery deck. So this does present us with a little bit of an issue. Not insurmountable, I think, though. I mean, it's unlikely we win against a turn 2 Ugin. It's just that the rest of their deck does so little that we might be able to squeeze it out. Obviously, you just need to keep Ugin down here.
What a curious choice.
I assume they tick down here. Yep. So the difficulty is going to be having anything on the board when we play Winota. That's a solution. Do they have another counterspell? Why am I roping? I already clicked. Jeez. I guess it's that sweet, sweet internet speeds. Play out Winota. Attack down Ugin. See what we hit. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Bye-bye, Ugin.
I did all I deemed appropriate.
Okay, what you got now? Yep, nothing. Don't play this deck, guys. It frickin' sucks. I mean, look at that. Turn to Ugin, and we still end up winning. Ooh, Gigantha. What's this? Could be one of these new Witherbloom Sacrifice decks. Don't know. We got turn 1, turn 2. We do have a third land and we have red, so I think we're okay. Hand's not amazing. Obviously, either of these being Winota would be a lot better. But neither of them are Winota, so... Suck it, Cam. Oh, I see white. Interesting. What are they on? What you doing over there, Lawson? I like this name, by the way. I'm a Judge Dredd fan. Ooh, okay. They're on Magecraft. So I probably just want to shut that down. It's a little unfortunate that we telegraph it to our opponent so they know they have to hold up protection, which I think is the big advantage of the Selesnya build of this. You get Snakeskin Veil and such like. You could play Ranger's Guile, but why would you? But the advantage on our side is at this point in the game, they really want to be attacking it and putting on pressure, not holding up protection. No blocks, of course. See how much damage they can do to us. Yep. 4. That's all. Okay, not too bad. All things considering. Let's see if we can get rid of it here. It's going to be a no from them. Get in for 3. A little bit of life back. We can do it again next turn. Rummage up another finger. Mavinda. There it is.
I shall teach you much.
I shall teach you much. It's actually kind of annoying that they make the thingo talk as part of the animation. I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all. So they can, yep, redefine strike. So hitting a removal spell here would be great for us. Ouch. No such luck. What is in our sideboard? Yeah, can't attack or block. Activated abilities can't be activated. So do I think they can kill us this turn, is the question. Oh, yep, back this way. I think we need to rummage here. Get rid of Haktos. There's Winota. Helpful. We are going to take another big hit this turn though. I was about to say the advantage for us here is they don't have a way to give trample because they don't have crash through, but they do have the new green card that gives trample to one creature. Barge through. Is it barge through? I don't know. Anyway, 1 green, instant, draw a card, target creature gets, what's it? We could still die this turn. Very much a possibility. Oh god. Oh god, it's all going wrong. My coaster. My promotional coaster. Oh, saved it. this indestructible. I blocked like this so I still get the 1.0 of lifelink. Because we need that health. Come on, they've got to have more to do with 4 mana. That's a bit sad. Ugh, poor them. We still very likely die next turn. Especially attacking like this. Okay, trigger, trigger, trigger. What we get? What do we get? Okay, easy one. So we're at 14 damage so far. We could actually kill them here. Are we gonna win? Are we just gonna lethal them this turn? Oh, they're roping. They don't like it. They do not like it. Kenny G in the house. The one of Kenny. Bye-bye. Too strong. Wish we were on the play. Blowhole 22. I think we've played them already today. I don't know if I recorded it or not, but I'm pretty sure I played this person not long ago. This hand's not amazing, but I think it's capable. We'll probably dig for a land on turn 2. Turn 1, Fury Calm. Turn 2, Plains. Dig. Hopefully find something for a turn 3, Crushy. Oh, better and better. Yep. Doggo. Or turn 3 Apparition on their 5/5 would be pretty swell as well. Ooh, feels sexy. Ooh, mwah. Gonna be beautiful. Okay, thinking about it, thinking about it. Get in, why not? Free damage. Looks like they might have another one of these for 1 green. That's my prediction. Oh, he's wrong. He's wrong. There's no 1 green flash creature. They're safe to attack here. Plains. Professor. So they've got Snakeskin Veil. That's what this must mean. Surely. My hand. What do I want to drop off here? Probably the Spellbinder. Oh no, that's not land. That is not a land. At least we can Bone Crush. Charge through! That's the card. Not crash through. Charge through. Okay, they're trying to find lands as well. They do find one. Lucky them. Must be nice. No blocks, of course. Get out of here with that should he block nonsense. My turn, please. Land, land, land. Yes. It's actually a little awkward now, though. I think we just slap down the giant. Call that a turn. I think we're still going with both. I think that is the plan. Land off the top, please. Land off the top. Mammoth, sure. Nosy boy. Surprised I didn't keep that for next turn. Oh well, gotta do what they gotta do, I guess. There's the land. So, do we just smash in? I mean, yes, of course we do. Is that even a question? So they can get this up to a 5-5 to block again. So we're really hoping to hit a Blady Boy. Blady Boy. Unfortunately, this doesn't stack. That's the only sad thing. Sword Boy. Sword Boy! Nice scoop. Alright, on the draw again. Hasn't seemed to matter so far though. This hand's a little bit awkward, but we've got a onesie twosie, so that's something. I guess we keep. Opponent's taking a mole. It's good for us. I mean, you never really want to see Haktos in your opening hand, or like in your hand at all, or in your deck, really. Ooh, mono black aggro. This is another thing that I want to try and brew. Oh, lands have worked out at least. But yeah, once I saw Eye Twitch, I didn't know this was a card because I didn't see all of the spoilers. Okay, no, it's a Witherbloom situation. But when I saw Eye Twitch, it made me want to blue some mono black aggro. Slap down an aspirant. Okay, so they're gonna exile the aspirant, no doubt. You'll go, oh sorry, am I boring you? There's a real easy solution to that, mate. Bonk! Just too late in my life to be bothered with people being impatient on the internet. Yep. So we put the counter here because we knew they would exile the aspirant. And sacking the doggo doesn't save it. Hunt for Specimens is cool. I've really liked this card in Limited, but I just don't think the power level's there for Standard. So I think we take the Scry here. No thank you. And we're just going to start growing the aspirant here. There's a very specific reason and scenario where we put the counter on the doggo, but we don't want to build up the doggo too much because we may need to sack him. Bonk. Sure. And this almost looks like a beginner deck. I assume it's some sort of combo situation though. Probably get another Necrotic Fumes here. Couple of cards as well, which is nice for them. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Oh, whoops. Maybe that's why they were negging me before. Holding priority with the doggo. But, no, because it was my turn, and I was just deciding what to play. Yeah, no, they're just a twat. Sorry. I'm sure you're a nice person outside of the anonymity of competitive online games. Yeah, my turn. Wonderful. Hey, there's another aspirant. I'm sure they'll be super happy to see that. Okay, so they can exile this one, unfortunately. Let's... I can't put it there. It has protection. Okay, so this guy's probably getting exiled. So counter goes here again, I guess. Yep. I have chosen my attacker. Please respond. Thank you. Thank you very much, Arena. Now, if I could draw a Winota, that'd be pretty good too. Mind you, I only have one non-human on board and I may have to sack him. A little bit orkies. Bonk. Three aspirants in our top 11? 11. Yep. Sure, our opponent's gonna love seeing this third one. Okay, what do they target with the fumes? Ooh, Pestilent Cauldron. That's exciting. Doggo. Aspirant. Professor. And we'll get a little squirty boy. Little squirt. Come here, little squirt. Wait, what do you do? Oh, honestly, nothing exciting. This doesn't seem like a rare. I mean, the other side's kind of nice as well, but yeah, it just doesn't it? I mean, any dead draw later in the game becomes a little token. That's something, but not much. It's something, but not much. Okay. On the Professor. On the Professor. Yep. Hector's has to attack. Sure. Yep. Your blocks are still not good. Double block on the doggo. Read the card. Read the card. It basically says this card is stupid and should not have been printed. It's not an enjoyable experience for either the person playing it or the person defending from it. That's basically the text here. This card is unplayable on paper. That's the text. That's the entirety of the text. You cannot play this card in Paper Magic. And sometimes it wins you the game. They can exile it with their Fumo, but it doesn't help against everything else. Yep. This can't be a starter deck because I wouldn't have given them the snow-covered Sitchies. Bastion of Remembrance. Yeah, it's just a weird with a bloom combo deck. With a bloom aristocrats. Thirst. Yep. Protector. And I mean, we probably just win here. They can still make a little squirt. Let's take a little peek in their hand, see what they're working with. Yep, and they scoop. Makes sense. That was not going well for them. Rank up. Beautiful. On the draw. Is this rogues? It's probably rogues. Hand seems okay there. I think we just go. I think we've won enough games to technically be featured on that, you know, the list that Wizards puts out on their website of decks that win a bunch of games in a row. I think we're there. I think we're at that point. Winota too strong, even having rarely seen Winota. I don't think they'll have a counter for this at this point. Counters go on the Aspirant, of course. No attacks. Could have a Thought Thief. Holding priority with something. Yep. And it wasn't a drown in the lock. Because there's nothing in my yard yet. Crab, sure. So we probably need to snatch the crab, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3. Five already, jeez. Oh, Winota, so good. Oh, I already had one. I take it back. Would have preferred to land, I guess. Should have attacked first. Had every intention of attacking first. Failed to do so. Oh well. Can still attack through the crab now. Bonk. They can into the story this turn. Turn 4. Turn 4, 12 cards in the yard. 14 actually, once this guy attacks. Jeez. Too strong. Mill too strong. Shunk, shunk, shunk. Would've liked one of those lands. 2 Blady Boys in the bin. 1 Lieutenant. Thought Thief up to 2. Ugh, that sucks. If this had been untapped, I could have resolved Winota here. Another doggo is acceptable, I think. So we'll go for the binder. Take a peek at their hand. What do they got? So what we're going to get rid of is Drown. They can still cast it, but it'll take their whole turn. Yep. That's good for us. Doggo into crab, makes sense. Don't really care about losing the doggo. I mean, it would have been nice, but as I said, it was acceptable. It wasn't life-changing. Yeah, you don't want to attack. Coward. Sure, actually. That's a nice hit. So I can protect the Spellbinder anyway. How much does it matter? Yeah. I think I just do this, so if they want to double block, it still takes everything out. So we only get 1 Winota trigger here. What do they got? Neither of these really matter to us. So yeah, I think we go the Lieutenant. I'm actually just going to put it here. Yep. These are all sensible blocks. Sack Dog. Protect Flyer. Clear board. So they can still replay stuff. They've also got Agademes. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Chipping them down, chipping them down. Yep. They do still have Drown. And I assume they will use it. They're really going to want to block this, and this way we still get a 2-2. Swing with all. Board too thick. Yep. Sack the Loris. Hope to bring it back next turn. Drown. And this isn't a human. Oh, that's beautiful. What does Haktos get? 4? Okay, that's good. Nothing in their deck can hurt it. Suck it. Or block it. Guaranteed 6 damage next turn. I think they just die here. Yep. All those things come back. Why did I get 2 of these? What else died? Ah, the aspirin, of course. Cool. Oh, I already still have a Winota. Cool, so I guess we Shatter Skull here. For 4? What does 4 do? Nothing. 4 does absolutely nothing. Well, they scoop it up anyway. Suck it, rogues. Feels good. Feels very good. So there we have it, guys. Here's the list again. As I said at the start, I was kind of tired when I recorded this, but it's been fun. It's been stupid easy and ridiculous, some of these games. I was expecting to also get some really ridiculous losses, but that hasn't eventuated yet, but stay posted, I'm sure it will. So just quickly, as I said at the start, I had a bit of a pinch on my wild cards throwing this deck together, so this is not how I would recommend you build this list. Kenny G doesn't really do a lot here. The pay 1 red to give everything trample is nice, and I'm sure there are situations where that will come up and be helpful, but that situation has not arisen for me, and he's mostly just a free 5/5. You've also got the option to pay 3 and gain 5 life, but if that's looking appealing to you, the game's probably gone pretty pear-shaped already. But, you know, he is there, and he's a big attacker, and that can be relevant, but I would definitely rather hit Blade Historian or Elite Spellbinder or even Basri's Lieutenant. I've got the one of Haktos. Again, it's just a card that I already had a copy of. He does attack for 6. He can be very difficult to answer for some decks in certain situations. And, you know, as long as we're playing the Winota Lottery, we might as well have the actual lottery card, given that he's got a random trigger. Just seemed on theme, but yeah, I don't think he's particularly good. I mean, you will have games where he wins the game for you because your opponent can't answer him, but overall, he's a little underwhelming. All things are being honest, you know. If you hit him on Winota and hadn't hit a Blade Historian, you're going to be pretty sad. Like, he's easy to chump block. You'd much rather have a Blade Historian. You'd rather have a Basri's Lieutenant to protect your important permanents. I've seen copies of this list that run strict Proctor. That's the other thing I wanted to touch on, and that seems interesting to me. You wouldn't run that in a list with Elite Spellbinder, so that's the main thing that you're giving up. And you also couldn't play Professor or Skyclave Apparition because it has counter synergy with ETB triggers, but it disrupts a lot of decks. It doesn't die to Stomp, and it disrupts a whole lot of things. It disrupts Sagas, it disrupts the Great Henge, ETB creatures like these guys, which you'll see a lot in wide aggro. A lot of things, and opposing Winota lists that are built like mine. Basri's Lieutenant won't trigger. That will only appear in Winota lists. But yeah, it shuts down a surprising amount of things. Stop and have a think about it. It could be worth looking into. So there are some other builds, basically, that I want to look into. I've seen, I think Hello Good Game was running a list where he really went to town on the 1-drops. He had is it Battlefield Raptor, the 1-mana 1/2 flying first strike, and just as many small creatures as he could get to get extra triggers. Seen copies without the Spellbinder and with more Kenrith or more Haktos. As I said, I'm not super sold on either of those, but look, there's a lot of ways you can build the deck. The basic idea is cheap non-humans and big humans to get your payoff. A lot of ways to build it. Once I get my wildcard collection back up a bit, I want to play around with some different builds, and you may see some of them. But yeah, just wanted to very quickly touch on some of the options, some of the other things to look for out there, and what I like and don't like, and mainly what I don't like is these 2 cards. But yeah, Luminarch Aspirant as well, I'm a little on the fence about. I mentioned earlier, it's a really bad hit off Winota, because it just attacks as a 1/1. You've already gone past the beginning of combat, so you don't get the 1/1 counter trigger. But just individually, it's a very strong card. It can win you games by itself sometimes. It can just put enough pressure on that like it has to be removed, so they don't have a removal for your Winota. It shuts down Heartless Act, which is a big deal. It can help you outscale other aggro decks or defend against other aggro decks. Like, this card has legitimately won me a bunch of games. When I haven't had Winota, or to help me get to the point where I have where I can play Winota. It's just that it's a really sad hit off Winota. You'd rather hit anything else. Even a second Blade Historian, at least that attacks for 4 damage, and this will only get 2 if you've got the double strike triggers. So just something else to bear in mind. Your mileage with this card may vary. I've been pretty happy with it just to help you play the non-Winota game. You can still do a decent impression of a Boros aggro mid-rangey deck, and this is a pretty key part of that for the games where you don't get hurt. But yeah, your mileage may vary. Anyway, as I said, just wanted to quickly run through some different builds that you might see, some things that you could look into, and what changes I'm thinking of making. But thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.